Hey, you guys, it's us. We're here. I sound better. Again, AI told me I need to hurry up. So, as per usual, we have you guys. We have Oreo Junior Junior. He's been a bad pet. He's in his black and white. He doing this. Okay, we all in our black and white. Scott's in his not black and white, but whatever. But he's here. We have Scott here, and we have myself. And of course, we got Road to Nowhere. We got my man, Christopher Pike, who I love to pieces. We got Teresa, Poppy Corn, honey. They didn't just left the pastors. She gonna bust on through to the other side. And we have Freedom Jack. We don't have any more John and Candy because, they went to glory. So, we're on our way. Scott, did you need a recap? Do you guys need a recap? I'll put Oreo Junior back here in the penitentiary.
Trying to think. Last we knew we were at the church.
I
think we were done there, weren't we?
Yeah, she didn't want to tell what happened while she had that knife in her back pocket, and so she left because she was abused. Poppy followed her, and she was like, "We're gonna bust on through to the other side." And Poppy was like, "They always think they can."
Right.
Okay, so let's get started, y'all. Y'all ready? Here we go. Scott, you ready?
Ready.
They were in the car driving north at high speed. Okay, she was ready to go. The road deserted in both directions. The rain fell again in torrents now. Poppy was silent in the back seat, free fidgeted in the front, wired to the max. He had changed into a black suit with a red hat. Okay, girl. His garment bag lay folded on his lap. It appeared to be empty. He was talking about a place up ahead that he said she had to see. Oh, girl, is this some more cheap foolishness? They have great food there, he said. You can get anything you want. The service is wonderful. They have an incredible wine selection. There's no waiting either. Only a few people know about the place. It sounds nice, Teresa murmured, distant. The expression of sorrow on the priest's face continued to haunt her. Girl, because you were supposed to confess, and you didn't do a good job. Of course, he was a nice man, but he'd had nothing really important to say to her. She didn't know why Poppy had been so anxious for her to meet him. He had been way off talking about her being in the state of denial. No, ma'am. Because what did you do with that knife in your pocket, ma'am? She hadn't done anything wrong. What was there to deny? Anyway, how could you expect a priest to understand relationships? They were all celibate. Not all of them, honey. The sky was growing lighter. Dawn was not far off. It's just up ahead, Free continued. I've been here before. There's nothing you want that they ain't got. He slapped the dashboard. Hell, they even sell money. Girl, what? Sir, that's called an ATM. How do they sell money? What do y'all think? How do they sell money? Put it in the comment section. Oh, and make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's keep going. It's a full service kind of place. Neat, Teresa said. She spoke to Poppy. Have you been there before? Once. For cigarettes. Poppy, girl, you need to go to smoking cessation class. Teresa laughed, although she didn't feel much like laughing. She was so close to throwing up that she had to drive with the window down, even with the rain blowing. Well, be sure to get your cigarettes, Teresa said. Don't bother, Poppy said. I'm trying to quit, smart girl, because, girl, this cigarette thing is a problem. It's here, Free shouted, pointing excitedly. Turn off here. Wow, I can't believe it. We made it. I was afraid we were never going to get away from that GD church. What turn off is this? Teresa asked, squinting through the pouring rain. She must have the name of the road wrong. It couldn't be Bartles Lane, Free said. Girl, didn't y'all just leave from there? That's where they left from. But isn't that the name of the club you're supposed to play? Oh, okay, never mind. I know it was in the book. Oh, okay, that's where he said he was gonna play the club at. Teresa asked. Free laughed hysterically. Yeah, he said. We were closer than I thought. What a break. We're already here. Amazing. But you said the club was in San Francisco, Teresa said. I was wrong, Free said, rubbing his hands fiendishly together. We don't have to go any further. We can satisfy all our shopping needs here. Girl, is it Walmart? What is it? Is it Target?
I don't know.
Is it Home Goods? Where are we going? Our shopping needs, Teresa asked. Yes, Free said. We're going to a mini mart. Girl, what? I would have peeled off. I would have been like, well, you gonna go to the mini mart. I'm gonna keep on going, okay? Poppy and I gonna find a Target. Cause sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I love mini marts. This one is my favorite, sir. Okay. Oh, there it is. Make a left up ahead, Teresa. Let's just you and I go inside. We don't want Poppy with us. She's in a grumpy mood and she'll spoil our party.
Okay.
What party are we having at the mini mart, honey? What they got? Vienna sausages? Like, what are we doing? You don't want to come in, Poppy? Teresa asked as she pulled to halt in front of the store. Free's excitement bewildered her. The mini mart was like a million others in the world. It appeared to have no special qualities, yet she was relieved to see it. She figured she can buy some aspirin and maybe something to settle her stomach. She was through with Junior Mints for the night. No, Poppy said. You should at least get out and scratch, Teresa said, opening her car door. Free was already outside and standing in the rain getting soaked. He was the craziest guy. I scratched my legs at the church, Poppy said flatly. Have it your way, Teresa said, climbing out. Free hurried her to the door of the store, which was good given the amount of rain coming down. But just before they went inside, under the shelter of an overhang at the front of the place, he stopped and wanted to talk. Remember, I asked if you would do me a favor and you said yes, he asked. See, here we go, right here. I've watched enough for my man to know where this goes, honey. I watched enough of it. Yeah. You told me you would do anything for me. I will. I like you a lot, Free. This is why you shouldn't have had that cheap sex with that man. He leaned over and gave her a quick kiss. And I love you, baby. But I need a pretty big favor at this stop. I'm only asking this because I know you and I are going to be together for at least a long while. And I'll need the money to take care of you and love you. And you just got to help me out. Here we go. You see, because Poppy won't. She never would. And that's just the way she is. And I can't change it. Do you understand? I would have been like, let me go get my purse out the car. Let me go get my purse. Because you tripping. What are you talking about? If Poppy spoken ass don't want to do it, why would I want to do it? But let's see here. Scott, what do you think he gonna have her do? What do y'all think he gonna have her do? We already know it's dumb, huh?
Yeah, not gonna be good.
Because he sounds too eager, honey. Teresa chuckled. Hold on, you're confusing me. What favor can I do for you? Just tell me and I'll do it. I would have made these promises, ma'am. Do you have your knife? My knife? Your mother's steak knife. Didn't you say you had it in your back pocket? No, I don't know what you're talking about, she smiled. The only thing I have in my back pocket is that joker you put there when you pinched my butt. Check it out, Free ordered. What? Check in your pocket and see if you got a knife. I need you to use it. I'll need you to use it in a second. Let me go get my purse out the car. Teresa stuck her hand in her pocket just to prove that she didn't have a knife, because it was a ridiculous assumption. She didn't walk around with a knife. You did earlier. And besides, she couldn't have sat in the car for that long with something as long and hard as a steak knife snagged up next to her. Ouch! A hot pain stabbed at her left hand, the one she had thrusted in her pocket. She quickly pulled it out to see that it had blood on it. Free was right. She poked more carefully into her pocket and with her right hand drew out the knife. It was the same knife she had taken to Bill's house. Uh-oh, girl. Uh-oh. I can't believe it, she gasped. Let's go inside. But I'm bleeding. We'll get you a Band-Aid. He grabbed her arm. Come on. We don't have much time. The sun's starting to come up. What are you, a damn vampire? Like, what? They entered the store. A tall man with chestnut brown hair, a white goatee, and a bald head stood behind the counter. He looked half starved, like an Ethiopian who had seen one drought too many. Okay, this book from the 90s, and back then there was like this drought in Ethiopia. Just look it up for the reference they're talking about, because it's changed since then. He nodded in their direction but didn't speak. Teresa thrust the knife back in her pocket out of sight. Free quickly dragged her around to collect beer, donuts, a carton of milk, and some Junior Mints. Girl, just go get your purse out the car and peel and hit reverse and get on out of there, ma'am. But okay. She started to tell him she didn't want any candy, but before she could speak, he was already piling the articles on the checkout counter. And besides, he had just pulled out a gun and was pointing it at the tall African. I'm going to repeat that. Besides, he had just pulled out a gun and was pointing it at the tall African. And no time did she think to herself, let me go get my purse out the car and hit reverse. No? Okay, well, we're here. Huh?
She should have.
Would y'all have done it? Comment section, y'all. Would y'all have done it? Because I would have left. What excuse would you have given? Because this is a mess. Okay. Give me everything you got, Free said calmly. Wait, I said it. Okay, let me redo that. I'm sorry, y'all. I am trying to go for Oscar, Tony, Emmy, Grammy. Give me everything you got, Free said calmly. Was that calm?
That was calm.
Oh my God. Okay. Staring the man in the eye, or you won't have to worry about renewing your health insurance policy. Girl, if only you knew. Free, Teresa screamed. Don't tell him my name. Sir, that ain't your damn name for real. Who named their child Free? I mean, unless you a celebrity child, you know. Gwen Paltrow named her baby Apple. Free said impatiently, we are robbing this store. If you identify me to him, he'll be able to identify me to the cops. I can't let that happen. I'd have to unalive him before I let that happen, girl. It just got real. It just got real. But why are you doing this? She cried. Keep the bills coming, Free said to the man who was nervously emptying the register on the counter beside the beer and the donuts. Sir, you could have just got the beer and donuts later. Anyway, Free continued speaking in her direction. I'm doing this because I need the money. I'm in love with you, and I will always have to support you for the next 60 years. Sir, this is how you gonna support me? I'm sorry. I don't think I need a bank robber. I would be like, no. That lady told her it was some cheap sex, and baby, you got the cheapest, honey. He got to rob Quick Marts to get to, girl. Okay, anyway. Also, there's some fine white powder I've grown very fond of, and it costs more than you can imagine. Oh, girl, I wonder what kind of powder he's talking about. Maybe it's BC powder.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be any kind. Maybe he's talking about powdered sugar.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. He paused and his head whirled in the direction of the door. Take out your knife. We're about to have company. Do it. Oh my gosh. A young woman walked into the store. At first, Teresa thought it was Poppy. They were about the same height and had the same long dark hair, but this woman was a few years older. She wore a nurse's uniform. Her eyes grew big when she saw Free with a gun. Stay! Free shouted at her. Get your hands up. Move over to my partner. Slowly. Don't try anything funny or your boyfriend is going to be sleeping alone tonight. Cover her, baby. Oh, girl, I would have left. But I guess he got a gun. I guess it's too late. Teresa stood helpless. I can't. Free shoved her in the direction of the young woman. Don't argue with me. Stick your knife in her throat and keep it there. Teresa slipped behind the woman and raised the tip of the knife to her neck. Girl, you did it. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The woman stood with fear 2 inches in front of her, and Teresa was grateful that she couldn't look into her eyes. Teresa felt as if reality had fractured into a million insane pieces. Free was such a great guy. Girl, what?
Besides the robbing and unalive.
You're in the midst of a robbery, ma'am. And you are sitting here thinking to yourself, man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Ma'am, if you don't, girl, somebody slap her. Anyway. Oh, Lord. She had slept with him for God's sakes. Girl, that sounds like a you problem. That sounds like that lady told you it was cheap and you went on and slept with him and now you in a bank robbery, child. But here he was, a common thief like John, a heroin addict too. Maybe. No wonder the guys had been friends. Girl, and you slept with all of it. This cannot be happening. Sirens sounded in the distance. Oh, Lord. No, they weren't that far away. Jesus Christ, Free swore. Not again. So this is what you do, sir. The bank, or I'm sorry, grocery, Quick Mart robbing is you, sir. This is him. This is what he do. Just so y'all know. Anyway. Teresa grabbed her. Oh, wait. Free swore. Not again. Teresa grabbed her by the hair and wouldn't let her go. He started to scoop the money into the pockets of his black coat. His gun still level at the man. He shouted at the store employee, you, bag up. You get your hands up and don't look at me. Did I sound like I was robbing a bank? Yeah. Or not a bank, I'm sorry, a Quickie Mart. Okay. Jack, Teresa pleaded. She had been, you telling his government name this time. She had taken hold of the woman's hair to pull her closer, even pressing the blade more firmly against her throat. But she was losing it. She was 1 inch from fainting. The store whirled around her like a merry-go-round. The siren screamed. Everything was happening so fast. The cops were practically on the doorstep. We're going to have to make a run for it, Free yelled. Dollar bills falling out his pocket. Girl, I would have tripped him. Sir, you're not going to have me in the middle of a robbery. We can't leave any witnesses. We're going to have to unalive them, baby. Girl, this has escalated. You thought you was going in there to get some aspirin and ended up robbing it, girl, and having to unalive some people. Child. Anyway. No, Teresa cried. Yes, Free cackled. He was having a good time. We'll waste them and drive back to LA and spend all our money in all the wrong places. Okay, girl, he talking about going to the crack house, child.
What money are you going to get from the convenience store?
Scott, he got to take care of this woman for the next 60 years. Okay. So he robbed a Quickie Mart. It's fine. He got this. Now they about to spend all the money in all the wrong places. Free shook his gun at the man. Say goodbye to truth, justice, and American way. Okay, that's the way to end it. No, Teresa screamed. Free shot the man in the face. Oh. The bullet entered his nose and left behind a splattered mound of red dripping tissue. Girl, okay, this book is graphic. The bear fell far and hit hard. Free threw his arms in the air and whirled in her direction. Slit her throat, he ordered. No, Teresa cried. The word is yes, Free laughed. Open her veins. Yes. Make her bleed. Yes. Do it. The police are coming. That's when you do that. Girl, that woman said it was some cheap sex, honey. You didn't know what cheap meant. Don't make me do it, Teresa began. But she didn't get to finish because the young woman suddenly tried to struggle free. Perhaps she figured her eyes were poor just standing around. Girl, you should have been knew that. And Teresa would have privately agreed with her. But in the woman's struggle, she shook forward and a knife Teresa had on her neck accidentally cut her a little bit. Ma'am, define a little bit. I used to tell one of my cousins to put a little bit of sugar in the Kool-Aid and like half the damn bag went in there. So, I mean, it's subjective, I feel like. Okay, but let's keep going. Um, it was definitely an accident, but it wasn't exactly a tiny cut. Yeah, I kind of figured that. You sound like my cousin with that sugar, honey. Because the neck was choked with big important veins and the razor blade was razor sharp. And well, Teresa cut her bad enough so that the blood began to flow. Okay, girl, we kind of thought it wasn't a little bit. Bad enough so that the woman collapsed on the floor the moment she shook free of Teresa's hold. Free laughed as he looked down at the nurse squirming at his feet, her hand raised to try to stop the bleeding. Teresa, he said, you did it to her faster and more effectively than I could have. Oh my God. He raised his gun and pointed it at the woman's head. Oh my God, girl. You slept with a serial killer, but let's keep going. But now that you've passed the test, there's no reason your second victim should have to suffer. You can't, Teresa moaned. Free shot the nurse in the back of the neck. The blood and soft tissue splattered Teresa's face. Free stuck the gun back in his belt. I can, and so can you. Let's quit this place, babe. We have the beer and the donuts. We can have the beer and the donuts back home. Okay, girl. In LA. Okay. And who just eats beer and donuts? I guess if you doing all this, I guess anything's possible. Free grabbed her arm and dragged her out of the store. In the failing night, where they saw no police, they climbed in a car. Free drove. Teresa stared at the blood on her shirt, a nurse's blood. Poppy lit a cigarette. Poppy, like, girl, I told you not to go up in there. And stared out of the window, bored. Poppy was bored, and they had just unalived two people. Teresa didn't understand anything. This is a fast car, Free said, get into the freeway. Anything that happened since she had left home. We will be there soon, Free said, heading north. Even the things she could remember. Where, she whispered. Nowhere, the priestess said. Your place. So, okay, she's going. I know this doesn't make sense, but she's having thoughts, but Free's talking in her head. Like, just imagine a panic situation where you're thinking, but this crazy person is like on the side, just rambling on, and you just went through like a traumatic experience. Put that in your head. Put that in your head. Put that in your head. Your place, Free said. The road led nowhere. This isn't the right way, Teresa mumbled, because she was in trouble. Yes, it is, Free said, because she had done something wrong. Girl, you better figure it out quick because you were a lunatic child. I live the other way, she insisted, with her knife. We'll be getting off the freeway in a second, Free said. The knife she had not left at Bill's house. No, she said. No. The knife in her pocket. It's the next exit, Free said. The knife she had used to cut into someone's skin. I live 300 miles from here, she cried. But whose skin? Who was really bleeding? Get real, Free said. Bartles Lane, Border Lane. Teresa's stomach lurched. I feel sick. Border World, Bartles. We're getting off here. Free said, slowing. That's the end of that chapter. Okay, Scott. You guys, what did you learn? You guys put it in the comment section. Scott's going to tell his. What did you learn, Scott?
Don't follow Free.
Do not follow Free, honey. Free got a bad drug habit. Okay. My lesson learned is this. If it seems wrong, always go get your bag, honey. Look, if your mind or your intuition or your gut, whatever you call it, or that little angel demon on your shoulder, if that little angel starts saying, girl, this don't seem right, make an excuse. I gotta go get my purse, even if it's in your hand, because I've done that before. Make some kind of excuse. I gotta go to the bathroom. My mama calling me. My kid call, whatever, and get the hell out. Because she should have left. I would have been like, wait, what is that? What is that in your hand, sir? Bye. So you always have the right to change your mind, honey. Okay, especially if it ain't right. That is our lesson for today. Did you have anything else, Scott?
That's all I got.
That's all I got. You guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And if you want to put your lesson learned from this chapter, go ahead and put it in the comment section. So it is that time where we got to end the video. Because I got to go and do dinner. So thank you guys for coming. We love having you here, and we hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with, of course, Fairy Tale Friday. And then I think we got like 2 more chapters of this book. We don't have much left. We're almost done, honey. It's been a ride, baby. It's been a ride. But as always, we appreciate you guys coming. And so we must bid you guys adieu. So from wherever we are to wherever you guys are, peace and love and happiness. Skinnamarink dinky dink. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to like, share.